Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nessa Jane and today we are going to be doing a first impressions / unboxing of the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Vault. I am so excited. I got this palette for Christmas and I have been dying to try it. I'm a makeup junkie and I have all of the other Urban Decay naked palettes, and so I was ecstatic to find out that they're coming up with one with a berry theme, because lately in my makeup I noticed I've been gravitating towards more of the berry colors. So I was just so excited to see that they were coming out with a berry themed palette. Now within this vault you do get the eyeshadow palette, which has 12 shades in it. 3 lipsticks, one is cream and the other two are their metallized ones, and then you also get 2 eyeliners as well. So you do get quite a bit of product in here, and it retails for $100 on the Urban Decay website, and the total amount of product that is in here estimates to be about $145. So you are getting about a $45 discount if you purchase the vault compared to the individual products. So before we hop into the video, if you end up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell to get notified for all of my future videos. Also, you can find me on Twitter at NessaJaneStyles and on Instagram at NessaJane_styles. But without further ado, let's get on into the video about the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Vault. Okay guys, so jumping right into this video, I really wanted to talk to you guys about the kit itself before we hop into the tutorial. So this kit, like I said in the intro, retails for $100 on the Urban Decay website, and there's an estimated amount of $145 in here. Can we just take a moment to talk about how beautiful the packaging is? Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like the cherries are reflective almost, like there's a shadow in there. And then I love how they changed the cherry color to a silver, and then everything else is the traditional naked gold, which is just beautiful. And then on the back side you have the eyeshadow color shades, which I love the fact that they included the cherries to be the same colors as the shades on all of the packaging. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And then of course it has the colors of the lipsticks over here, and then of course the eye pencils right there, and which the eye pencils don't really show up all that well just because the packaging is so dark in itself. But it does give all of the explanations of the products right here on the back. And then once you slide this bad boy open, you see all of the beautiful products. So again, the cherries on the palette itself are the same colors as what is inside the palette, which is awesome. And then the lipsticks all have these adorable cherries on the side there, and then the eye pencils are right down here below, and they did include a very beautiful cherry shade, so that is super cute. Overall, I think they totally nailed it on the packaging. I'm honestly not going to get rid of this box just because it is so gorgeous and they did such an amazing job. But we're going to go through some swatches here. And we're going to start off with the palette itself. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. Of course, it starts off with the lighter shades on this side, and then it moves kind of darker on this side. To be honest, I am really impressed with the shade range of this palette. You kind of have your golds, your berries, your transition shades, some darker browns. It's not all just a lot of berry shades. Like, this is definitely a palette that if you like these shades, you could totally wear this every single day, which is something that I really love about all of the naked lines. They really gravitate towards people and them wearing the eyeshadows on a daily basis, and this is definitely a palette that I know that I would be gravitating towards if I was wearing it every day. I mean, you have your transition shades that you could put in in your crease, and then you have shimmery shades that you can put all over your eyelid, and just a lot of different looks that you can do with this palette. And it's very simple, and they include a shade for any eye area, which is just amazing. I'm very impressed with this palette. I think it's beautiful. And like I said, I've been a berry freak, so I just absolutely love them. But I'm going to insert some swatches, examples of swatches for you guys. So for the first line of swatches, we are going to start off with the lightest shade, Hotspot. I'm sorry if you can't really tell it on my skin tone. And then the next shade up is the shade Caution, which is more of like a muted matte tan color. And then we have Bang Bang, which is a beautiful bright pink peachy tone. Then we have Feels, which is a very muted matte berry shade. And then we have Juicy, which is much more of a peachy matte shade. And then we have Turn On, which is a very beautiful gold color. And so for the next set of swatches, we are moving right along to Ambitious, which is a very beautiful gold rustic red color. Then next to that we have Bing, which is a beautiful matte berry color. It's a lot deeper than the shade Feels. And then right after that we have the shade Devilish, which is a very true berry shade. And then we have Young Love, which is it's a shimmery berry shade. And then we have Drunk Dial, which is a very dark shimmery shade. And then Privacy, which is a dark chocolate brown. And so again, the colors are just beautiful. I absolutely love this palette and the shade range that is included in here. And now we are going to move on and talk about the rest of the items in the palette or in the set. Next we're going to talk about lipsticks. So this kit comes with 3 different lipsticks that they launched with their Cherry palette. And so this one, I love the details on it. It has the Urban Decay right there, and then off to the side it has their bullet look that they normally do with their lipsticks, and then I think it's so adorable that they included a cherry. So moving on into the swatches of these lipsticks, we have Cherry, which is their cream shade, which is an extremely dark vampy lip color. And then the next one we have is Devilish, which is a very metallic pink shade. And then we have Juicy, which again is another one of their metallized shades, and it's just a very light peachy nude. And now jumping into eye pencils, this kit does include 2 eye pencils, and if you do not know, the Urban Decay eye pencils are some of the best out there. So it comes with the shade Love Drug, which is a very true berry shade. And then it also comes with just a black, and it's called Black Market. So I'm happy that they included a black shade in here because you can never have too many black eyeliners, trust me. And this one works on the waterline or just to line your eyes. It's perfect. So I'm happy that they threw in a black one instead of another off-the-wall color. Alright, so now that you know more about this kit, we are actually going to jump in and do a tutorial on this look that I have on right now. Okay you guys, so we are going to get started in on this tutorial, and we are going to start off first using the palette here. And so the very first shade that I am going to jump into is this kind of muted cherry shade called Feels right here. And I'm going to be using the Luxie 205 blending brush to apply that all over my crease. Alright, so once we have the shade Feels applied, we are going to jump in and deepen up that crease using this deeper like cherry shade called Bing right here. It's more like a pinky cherry color instead of it being just a straight on like dark cherry color. And for that we are going to be taking the 229 tapered blending brush by Luxie, and we just want to focus this right underneath that shade Feels. And one thing I'm noticing with this shade is that it's a lot more pigmented with Feels. I kind of had to go into the pan a couple different times with Feels. This one, like, it was just one little dip in there and we are good to go. I didn't really have to grab a lot more product, which is really, really nice. Okay, once we have feels applied, we are going to go ahead and do the outer corner shade. We are going to take the Luxie 121 mini tapered brush, and we're gonna go into this shade here called Devilish, and it's that darker shade that's right next to Bing. And we are just gonna focus this on the outer corner of our eye, just to kind of deepen that up a little bit. And you know what, I'm also gonna dive into this deeper shade Privacy and just add a little bit of that, because Devilish is kind of adding what I want, but it's not as dark as I want it to be. So I'm just gonna kind of go into Privacy as well to help deepen up that shade. Okay, so once we have that outer corner deepened up, we are gonna go in with this larger fluffy brush here. This is just a Tarte fluffy brush. You can use whatever brand that you would like, but we are gonna hop into this really like peachy tone shade here called Juicy, and we are actually going to clean up our edges a little bit, and we are just going to focus this on this outer portion, like right above the crease, and we're just kind of adding this shade in to blend it in between our brow bone and our crease shade a little bit. And then to blend those two shades together, you can hop back into your Luxie brush and just kind of go over that without grabbing any excess pigment there. Just want to kind of mesh those two colors together like that, because it just kind of cleans it up and adds that little bit of flair that you need. All right, so last but not least, we're gonna go into this bright, pretty shade that's kind of like a peachy pink called Bang Bang, and just using our ring finger, we are going to apply this shade just to the inner third, matching up right to that outer corner shade. And gosh, this is pretty. And then going in with that mini tapered brush, what we're going to do is just kind of mend those two shades together and kind of clean up the edges a little bit, making sure that everything's all even and all good to go. All right, so that completes this for the upper lid. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face off camera, and I will be right back to finish off the lower lash line and do my lips. Okay guys, so now I have the rest of my complexion finished, and so we are going to go ahead and we are going to finish off with the lower lash line. And so for the lower lash line, we're going to start off with my favorite Morphe brush for underneath the eyes, and we're going to jump right back into Feels right here, and we're going to apply that directly to the lower lash line. Right, once we have that blended out, the next step that we're going to do is we're actually going to kind of make the lower lash line a little bit more bold. And so we're going to take the 24-hour Glide On eye pencil that comes within the set. And this one is in the shade Love Drug, and it's this beautiful deep cherry shade. And so we are just going to apply that to the waterline on the lower lash line and kind of drag that downwards, because we're also going to buff it out. So we're just going to start off applying it here. All right, and then to smudge out that liner, we are just gonna take this flat definer brush. You can use any one that you have, and we're just going to focus this right here, and we're just gonna smudge this downwards and smoke it out. All right, so once we have that eyeliner kind of drug out, we're gonna kind of clean up the lower lash line. We're gonna jump back into that Morphe brush here, and we're gonna take Juicy and kind of drag that right underneath, just ever so lightly, just to kind of help clean that up and combine it. All right, so once we have the lower lash line done, we're actually going to hop into Black Market, and we're going to tightline the upper eyeline, the upper lid as well, just to add some definition to the eyes. And to tightline, I just like to grab my pencil and gently fill in between the lashes like so. All right, once that step is completed, we're going to finish off the eyes with the palette using this shade Hotspot to highlight the inner corner and also the brow bone. I'm just gonna grab a flat brush like this, hop on into that shade and apply it. Now it's not like a shimmery shade, but it is a very good nude color, so it will help to really make the eyes pop. So you just kind of want to blend that in. All right, so that completes the eyeshadow look. We are going to do some lashes really quick. I'm just going to kind of go a little bit more simple. I'm not going to put on any falsies or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And then for mascara today, we are going in with the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Alright, so once the mascara is applied, we are going to spray down our face. Since I have been primarily trying to use Urban Decay products within this video, we are going to go into the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. Okay, so for lips today, we are going to be priming our lips using the Urban Decay Ultimate Ozone Lip Pencil. Alright, and I kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun today with this look, and I wanted to use their metallized shade from the kit, and so we'll see how this looks with this eye look. I will have to tell you one thing about these lips is that it takes a lot of layering to get pigment on these. Like, as you can tell, like, it's falling off of my lips and everything, so I don't quite know how I feel about the metallic lips. I feel like it takes a lot of layers to get some sort of pigment with these lipsticks, so I don't know how the cream one works yet. I know myself, and I know I don't really look good in super vampy lipsticks, so I wanted to try out the metallic ones with this look, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of turned out meh for me. Like, it's very patchy. It just does not, I don't know. There's something about this formula that I'm just not too terribly impressed with. Alright you guys, so that concludes today's video on the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Vault. So, first impressions, eyeshadow palette was awesome. The only minor complaint that I have is for feels. You kind of have to go in with your brush multiple times, but other than that, all of the other shadows were just beautiful, very pigmented, and like I said, I've just been really enjoying the berry vibe lately when it comes to eyeshadow colors, and I love how this look turned out when it comes to the eyes. The eye pencils, I knew that those were going to work out. They're some of my favorite eye pencils out there. If you're ever looking for a very good eyeliner, the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils are amazing. Now when it comes to the lipsticks, I did not try out the cream one on my lips, but the metallic ones, the Juicy and the Devilish shades that I have on my lips, I was not too impressed with. I had to use a lot of layers to even get pigment on my lips, and plus it was messy and sticky, so I personally wasn't too thrilled with the two metallic lipsticks, and so we'll have to see how the cream formula works out for me. So overall, I do think that kit is pretty incredible. You do get a lot of products in there, and I know for a fact for the $100 sale price that it is, the eyeshadow palette I do believe is, I think, around $50, and then the two eyeliners I know for a fact are about $20 a piece, I think. So you are still getting a really good deal, even if the lipsticks don't quite work out for you. But of course you can always purchase these items individually as well if you do not want to get the whole vault. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video though, in this first impressions and unboxing of the Naked Cherry Vault by Urban Decay. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also be sure to hit that bell to get notified of all of my future videos. But I hope you guys all have a great and wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!